I thought, what sort of society are we living in where you have to tell people that the lift won't come if you don't call for it? Good morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, YouTube. So I'm leaving the new house for the first time and heading on a new run to work. Quite a different one this time. There is more direct route, but this is going to be the more picturesque one as well. So this is what it's going to be. So I was in one of these, let's just say, Swedish themed furniture stores at the weekend. And something hit me when you talk about people thinking. One of the things that happened was I'd got my goods and I'd got as far as the lifts, and in this particular store you use the lifts rather than escalators if you've got a trolley for obvious safety reasons. And we got to as far as the lift and there was already quite a queue of people waiting to get the lift there. So we joined the back of the queue and I looked over, it'd been a little while. I looked over and I noticed that none of the lights were lit up on the buttons for the lift, and everyone's just staring blankly into space. So I said to my friend, I said it sort of deliberately loudly. I said, I assume someone's pressed the button to call the lift, haven't they? And with that, someone with an utterly blank expression on their face walks over, presses a button which then lights up, and true to form the lift comes maybe 30 seconds later. And it left me wondering two things. How long would people have waited for that lift had no one have told somebody to press the button? And people are such sheep, they will just stand there and accept it's already been done, even if there is no evidence it has at all. But yeah, the world needs people to actually think about their surroundings. I mean, this is partly why there's a lot of bike accidents and things like that. People simply don't think past the end of their front bumper. And it's all very well saying, oh, academic results are up and patting each other on the back over things like that. But there's not enough application for practical use being done. We need doctors and lawyers, that's, you know, true. Well, maybe less lawyers, but we definitely need doctors. But we also need people who are good with their hands. So we need mechanics, engineers, plumbers, builders, all that sort of thing. And I think this is why we import so many from overseas in the UK, because we just are not teaching that mindset. And that's frankly a very poor situation to be in, especially with the pull out of the EU, when we can't be assured we can actually get that supply of labour anymore. And we need a big hurry, a big push on people with practical skills and people with common sense, because it seems to be grossly lacking. But when I was a kid, it was a common sight to see cars with different coloured panels. You know, if someone had had an accident or it become rusty, they go to the scrapyard and buy another panel. They didn't just put it into the body shop for someone else to do. And that sort of thing was just prohibitively expensive. And you don't see that anymore so much. I don't believe it's because people have got necessarily more money. I think it's just they're more willing to farm jobs out. It was also perfectly normal to see people with underneath their car changing their own oil. I mean, the thought of dealer servicing a car as soon as it was out of warranty was almost unheard of. And the small backstreet garages were the main garages. You know, you never took a car to a main dealer after it was about 3 or 4 years old. And now it seems everyone must have a brand new car and it must be dealer serviced, and it's almost like they like the status going, I took it back to Audi for a service, or I took it back to BMW for a service. But in fact, yeah, I mean, there are some good deals out there on servicing on these brands, but equally, you know, there are some that aren't. But it's just the lack of mechanical skills, the lack of practical skills, and seemingly the lack of ability for people to work things out. Well, the car coming the other way there is a perfect example. I mean, that one didn't cause me any problems. But more than a few times I've been in a situation like this one, where cars will just drive at you because they think, well, I've waited here long enough. And whether you've got right of way or not, no one seems to be able to work out, well, hang on, if I just hold back and let him go, I've got more space to move into. That thought chain and that thought process seems to be lacking enormously. I see stupid people. I see them everywhere. Some of them, they don't even know they're stupid. Lovely morning though. Bit on the chilly side, but we're wearing a spring suit which has no perforations in it, so it's not too bad. No perforations, no fabric panels, it's all leather, so it was actually designed for exactly the sort of purpose. Oh, looking up there, it looks like I won't get a chance to pass him anytime soon. Just over Chris maybe.